grid as they wait for the lights to go out. The revs are building. Let's go racing.
Everybody's doing a brand new thing now. Everybody's doing a brand new thing now. Everybody's doing a brand new thing
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to round 4, W2W Div 2. We're coming to Laguna Seca for the midpoint of the Group 4 portion of the season. Giving us these the racing tonight is Circus. Welcome.
Yeah, good to be here, Dale. 2 races around Laguna Seca, one in the morning, one in the evening, drifting into the night. Should be some good racing, hard track as well, so let's say we get it kicked off.
Yeah, let's roll. While we're just doing that, yeah, it's exciting racing. It's Toyota 86 one make. You know, it's a great track to race on. Millimeters in it before you hit the sand everywhere. Pretty much every corner on this track. So I don't know, you know, it's going to be hard to pass. You really got to move up. So I think it's going to see some interesting maneuvers, and we'll see what the boys can produce.
Yeah, we've got the qualifying starting here. So 5-minute qualifying. This first race and qualifying is medium only tyres. So not quite the fastest, and these cars, when you're not on the softs, like to you know, have a little shake here and there if you're not careful with your throttle and brake application. So let's see how Div 2 guys carry on, and we'll go from there. So Stefko's hosting for us tonight, so he'll be first one out of the pits. And quite overcast conditions as well, so may actually help these tyres for quali. Find this overcast conditions, cars are obviously quicker. Yeah, so off the bat, Stefko first out, racing for TDR, warming up his tyres there, followed by Brutal in Fangit Racing.
Yeah, and closely followed by Con for Drive 25, and then I think Con's driving up a division today. I could be wrong there. It's Libriel in Fangit as well.
Yep, followed up by Troy in Drive 25, so he filled in for Div 1, did a good job there, filling in for Tombo, but now he's out in his natural Div 2, so expect to see him do a good result tonight. Followed by Fangit team leader Vipers Fang.
And close followed by LP Armands, another TDR cars, very lovely chrome and black there, followed by Palmer in the other Drive 25 car.
Yep, then you got Dam, duo of Wrestler and Bozza.
Yeah, lovely cars there. And then tailing out the rear, you got Broken Spoke for Team Dodgy Racing, and Hodes also in the final. Yeah, DAM Mexicans car right there. So from memory, they're going to get about 2 laps, 2 flyers out of this quali. So a bit of pressure to set the lap. So yeah, we'll see if anyone can put a good bank.
Because it's our only quali, we might hop on board, say Stefko, on the onboard footage there. See how he finishes this lap. Give everyone a show of, you know, what to expect around here at home. It's definitely not easy.
23.7 at split 1. That's a pretty damn quick time to that split marker. I don't know anything about the rest of the splits, but I know second 1, that's pretty good.
For those in VR, it's actually, this car looks quite nice inside too, so those guys are probably enjoying it. Stefko's not in VR anymore, I believe. Has a little bit of a wiggle in captain's kink there, but still keeping up the momentum, so shouldn't really have lost too much time there. Coming into the corkscrew, down the first, up to second, you can shortcut a bit of that, but make sure you don't get a track limits penalty. 103.6, so he'll know now if he's on for a good lap or not. He's looking. You'd be looking at 28s is your target on the mediums. So he comes into the final bend here, nice and done, up in the second at the apex, and nicely on the throttle there. So let's see what he sets as the benchmark.
29.4.
So 29.4. I know Stefko hasn't had barely any practice either. So yep, immediately I'm not surprised. Brutal has put out a great lap there, straight off the bat with a 20. Oh no, Troy now first with a 28.7.
Yeah, Troy's been
So-
pretty quick around here, so I am expecting him to be battling for a podium tonight.
Yeah, he's got no excuse. You know, he's had an hour and a half to warm up with us Div 1 guys.
Yeah.
So pressure's on.
So Vipers has had a bit of a problem on his first lap, so he'll really, really need to rein it in for his second lap. And he's right behind Armands though, so not really sure you want to be battling on your quali lap. I mean, if your first lap was down, you might have just wanted to give yourself a gap, and unfortunately, he's found the fence.
Well, the Exhibit A there is these things. It's very much a flow car. You can't just jam your right foot down and think it's going to stick. It's almost like these longish corners, like you've got traction, a little bit too much throttle, the rear starts to go on you, so you've got to really be aware of your applications of throttle and brake.
Yeah, it's
who's
Con's purple at the moment at sector 2 by just under a tenth. So final corner for him now. He could be in line for provisional pole here. We'll see if Brutal in front of him, Stefko. So Stefko's straight to the top. There it is. Con.
And Con.
Nice
So just-
lap.
Yeah, is Con? So Con's filling in, I believe.
I feel like he is. I feel like he's Div 3.
Yep. Wrestler moves up with a 29. Spoke goes better. Hodes goes better with a 28.9. Almonds with 31.0. Palmer. So they're all coming in now. A lot of setting their betting times, but no one's going to get another lap. You're looking at 20 seconds left of the overrun time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to figure out who he's in for. So yeah, Con is Div
Con-
3.
Yeah, he's Div 3.
So
Probably get told off from Tombo soon.
see, that's a Baker Boy. I haven't seen Baker Boy. So he's the championship leader at the moment. So Con's big shoes to fill in for Baker. So yeah, I'm sure you can kick them off whenever they're ready. But very good quality there. Second, separating the top 8. And then I think 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th did have a little bit of just not as clean a run as what they were hoping for.
So, well, Baker's TDR. Yep.
Oh, that's the wrong
So-
team. Okay, yeah,
yeah.
obviously Untouchables and Squiddy
There
are
we
both
go.
gone. So Touchy and
Fastest
Squiddy.
lap king. So who's going to get the
Yeah.
fastest lap tonight? We'll put some bets on maybe in the YouTube
Yeah.
chat. But
Well, Con's on it now, so Con's in place. It's Con and Palmer have stepped up from Div 3 to fill in for Touchy and Squiddy.
yeah, well, so basic quick rundown before they probably quick start. So Con followed by Stefko, Troy, Brutal, Hodes, Wrestler, Spoke, Slippery Eel, Palmer, Bozza, Almonds, Viper's Fang. So yeah, Viper unfortunately didn't get a clean lap in at all. So he'll be hoping to make some time up in this race. Remembering that the second race is a reverse grid of race 1 results. So, you know,
Yeah.
you don't want to play your finish last strategy like you did the other week, Dale, when it wasn't a reverse grid race.
That
At
wasn't
this
even
point
by
of the night, you want to
that
wait
wasn't
till
even by
race 1
design.
results come in.
that wasn't even by design. That was pure skill.
But yeah, great from Con there.
Yeah, so he's an ex-Div 1 driver. So, I mean, I think we've been saying for a number of seasons, if he can just get a bit more time in the seat, I wouldn't be surprised to see him up Div 2, Div 1 for season 16.
Yeah, howdy from the guys at the Bathurst 12 hour there. Hope you enjoyed the dry and wet, moist Bathurst track. But yeah, let's hop on board. I don't know, maybe Brutal in 4th?
Okay, let's do it. I'm on bumper cam for this.
So I can already see what brake bias apparently they're on. I've got that glitch on my screen.
Oh, he's got the two TDR
Yeah.
guys in front, the two damn boys behind.
So yeah, you got a bit of Constantino. It's always a bit of Constantino here. Everyone looks like they're getting through nice and good though. Little spoke with a wheel off onto the right there. Yeah, slippery eel. I think he's going to be a bit of an issue here for some. He's bouncing around a bit. He was warned about it. Wrestler, unfortunately, does the damn I'm going off the track version. So he won't be liking that. I'm not sure if he got pushed or not, but he will need to yeah, get going after that.
I can see if we've got a replay. I'm not too sure if I've got it in time, but we'll see if we can cut and... No, I think he's just got on the... I might have come too late, but I think he may have just gotten a little bit wide.
Yeah, so everyone's... Oh, someone on my map's going all over the place. Hodes is what's going on there.
Tombo season 4 and 5 right now. Oh no, there is carnage. Carnage at the corkscrew. I think that's time for another replay on that.
It's all happening here. What are you teaching those damn drivers, Dale?
Oh, I don't think I've been on enough to teach them anything. So Broken Spoke's in 6th. Hodes is disconnected. So Spokes... Well, Almonds I think is coming a bit hot. Hit Viper's Fang. And then there's just carnage everywhere behind. I could be wrong on that. Didn't have the best view, but yeah, it was a bit of a someone into someone type of deal.
Yeah, so everything's kind of calmed down now. People have assumed single fire. There's a few little gaps starting to form, but Stefko's got his head down and his lovely purple there on second lap. Well done. But yeah, first there. Brittle's about 6/10 back there. Then there's another little group there between Con and Troy. The Drive 25 boys having a little bit of a bump.
Great Wall of Con has returned, and it's to his own teammate right now. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, Troy's not going to like this.
Oh, there was a little tap there right at the point where Con was unsettled, which puts Troy back a couple of tenths, and the eel just goes, yeah, thanks Troy. I'll take that. You guys can battle instead of working together. And yeah.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
Oh, Con's flashing the lights, flashing the hazards. I'm not too sure what's going on there. But yeah, Slippery Eel's bouncing around a bit, so it's going to be hard to tell exactly where he is for Troy and Con.
Yeah, it's really hard to watch Eel with his skipping around, but Troy's just got to keep a cool head here. He's got the run past Eel on the outside. Is he clear coming down in the turn one? He's almost clear.
Eel's given...
I don't think Eel's going to lift. Eel's gone deep. Little bit of a tap there. Yeah, it's going to be one of those ones where Troy may have to just force him into a mistake.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Troy sees though on the screen if he's moving around so much for him as well. But meanwhile, that just gives Stefko and Brutal, they're just, well, Brutal back to Con now is 4.3 seconds. So these two are just coasting away. I think Brutal's just in that position where he might try and stay in the slip, might try and save some tyres. Medium's the last thing, probably 14, 15 laps, but you're starting to get down to worn territory by the end of this race. So maybe you're just going to try and hold on to that draft a little bit, save tyres, and then attack maybe at the end of the race. But Stefko, the great driver is, even without practice, he's knows what he's doing. He's probably going to drive to the gap and keep it nice and smooth. That's one thing that Stefko is really good at. So I'll get off that Stefko train right now. I know Dodgy's probably cursing me from the mountain. Go and stop talking about my driver. But
so
yeah,
you're saying he hadn't had a lot of practice then? So you're saying a mistake is likely, especially if we do keep talking about him?
No comment. Anyway.
27.880, that is
so Con's got to slow down here for 1 second, so, and he's taking it that lap. So that gives Slippery Eel the position, so Slippery Eel up to 7th. So Con's made a mistake there, because he was up in 3rd or 4th, wasn't he?
Slippery Eels had an issue too because they've also lost spots to Almonds
Oh,
and Wrestler.
Vipers
And-
tried sending it at the last second to try and make advantage of that, and has got past semi-clean. I don't know why he's flashed. Yeah, not sure if it was the cleanest move, but now Con's out of rhythm. Yeah, he just needs to get that rhythm back and drive fast like he was before.
Yeah, he's got it in him. Race 2 will be his.
Yeah, so what's the closest battle on track? We've got Wrestler up the inside of Almonds into the King. Shows really nice IQ, even though he was fully up the inside there. Yeah, he could have easily kept his position there, but nice racing. They both live to fight another day. And
Almonds
well,
spun it.
I didn't mention his name. But yeah, Wrestler, that's like when I raced around here, it was more about if you're matching someone's pace or there or thereabouts, you just gotta. It's a very hard track. It's so easy to put a tyre wide onto into the sand here as well, and you lose 4 or 5 seconds. You lose momentum. Your tyres are dirty, and yeah, it's not a great track to have dirty tyres on. So Almond's come back on right around the Slippery Eel, so that's our closest battle on track right now. Followed with Spoke just behind.
Yeah, and Viper's Fang just trying to range up a little bit too. Spoke's got a lovely run through that corner, but again, it's just hard to tell where exactly the Slippery Eel is and whether he's putting the nose up the inside or not. So it's going to be hard for Almonds to defend. It could be quite tricky.
Yeah, well, the battle's on here, the side by side. Almonds has got the track position. You don't want to be out in the Marble City either.
Almonds gone off.
I don't know
Saved it.
how has they saved that. That's Almonds, well done. And then plays the smart card with dirty tyres, just files back in behind. But yeah, Viper's now laughing and going, well, that's made me catch up. So now Viper will look to take advantage and maybe look at Spoke and Eel ahead.
And Bozzer up the inside of Con into the corkscrew as well, so they'll be side by side coming down it. Lovely defensive driving there by Con, but he's back on the outside for the little sweeper down there. So we'll see if he can hang it around the outside. Tires in the dirt a little bit, but
yeah, that's again one of those sections of the track where it's even this early in the race, it's so many marbles there. You're better off just tucking in behind if you don't have that track position. And live to fight another day. But now he's 1.2, so Con just got to get a nice rhythm going for the rest of the race, and look at starting possibly pole if nothing happens ahead of him. But you never know. These 4 or 5 in front are not holding anything back, so he could take advantage of anything ahead.
lovely Spoke just take past Fang into the right hander.
You got that battle between Spoke and Viper, so that's probably what we'll hang on here. But just to give people a rundown, you got Stefko, it's up to a 3.3 second lead over Brutal. So he's liking that at this point. Lap 6, about to complete lap 6, so 4 to go. He can almost just drive at 95% here and bring it home for TDR. And then the same kind of gap back from Brutal to Troy, so that's your podium. They're almost looking set. Everyone's really spread out, bar the Eel to Spoke. So
Although Wrestler is catching up to Palmer a little bit as well, so that might be something for the final lap where those two might meet.
yeah, so it's almost 2 groups of 3. So at the rear. We'll see how we go. Stefko is the untouchables right now. 127.8, very good lap for mediums. Viper's putting his nose probably where it doesn't need to be.
He saw the
Spoke's,
gap and he went for it. Oh, he's hit the sausage maybe a little too hard. He saves it though. That can be disaster, hitting them too harder on that corner, so good job there.
Yeah, he's in the Fang It sandwich Spoke. I feel sorry for him there. Slippery Eels, with this battling, has managed to get away from Spoke by about 1.1. I wonder if they're in chat too, the Fang It guys. Because Viper initially probably was going, well, you know, if you can maybe balk him, you never know what team owners can do. They're a different breed.
No comment.
Meanwhile, so I've just had a Beagle knock over my ginger beer. Thanks, Beagle.
Oh, disaster. Absolute disaster.
Yeah. But, what we got? Oh, so the battle is more so now for Almonds and Bozza behind. So, yeah, Bozza's filling in. This week I've forgotten who it was for, even though I put the
CS
form in.
Packer.
Yeah, Packer. So yeah, Bozza's first. Is it Bozza Div 3? Or is he one of our reserves?
He's Div 3.
Yeah, Div 3,
Div
yeah,
3.
sorry. So he's jumping up into Div 2 for the first time in a while, I think.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. He's got Armand all over the back of Armands. If you can keep this up, it's just got to find a way past it. Again, it's hard to pass here. You've really got to set it up, and as you said before, force a mistake as well. So, could be on though.
Yeah, and depending on what view you drive, so some guys might use the bumper cam, some might use the bonnet cam. Not sure if anyone does in the like the chase cam. But I know for me in the bumper cam, it was really hard when you're behind someone to, especially like here, Captain's Kink, to position your car nicely. I think you, Dale, heard in our team chat. Oh,
Armands has hit the dirt, and he's gone.
very
It's
easy to do.
interesting. Oh yeah,
Very
definitely.
easy to do. You're not the first and you won't be the last, Almond, so maybe he's looking at lap 8 now, he's went, you know what? No con, I want pole position for race 2.
So Wrestler's actually within half a second of Palmer now. He's already closed that gap. He's getting about 2 seconds the last lap, second half, and he's right there again.
So Wrestler's been nice and consistent too, until he caught up to Palmer, so because he had that spin all going right on the turn 2 or 3,
Yeah.
lap 1, so he's had to just pick his way through the field, so he's going good there. But Palmer's no easy feat. Palmer's a really good driver as well. So again, you may be 0.4 of a second behind, but it's really hard to follow here. You almost need to, just put your nose out, show your lights, maybe give them a little flash, and then try and just make the driver drive with their rear view mirror instead of eyes forward, and make a mistake that way.
Yeah, he's driving pretty smoothly right here, or tire in the dirt from Palmer as he comes up the hill there. Loses a bit of momentum, but again, it's not quite enough.
Yeah, it's one of those ones, especially coming up through Captain's Kink and into the corkscrew. If you're not side by side, it's no point leaving your car there. So these guys are driving nicely. Yep,
Oh,
showing
shows
your
the
nose. Wrestler's coming off the back of a penalty 2 rounds ago for showing his nose too much. So I think he's probably learnt that you need to be up with wheel to wheel. We do the B pillar rule at turn in, so hopefully he remembers that one.
Final lap though, can he do it? Turn 1's probably the easiest, but I think he's a little too far back here unless he really sends it.
Well, you staying with those guys there. I'm just going to go. So yeah, Steph goes 3.5 second lead, so he's just driving to that gap there. And yeah, you got 30-40% on your front right, so this is the point where a little mistake could happen, but yeah.
Oh, he's pushing,
Not gonna jinx him.
He's a 10th
Yeah,
behind.
Brutal in second with a 2.5 second gap back to Troy in third, and then back to these two here.
Shows the nose is Palmer. Is that Palmer going a little bit wide there? Wrestler is currently up the inside.
Yeah, so Palmer get off the throttle, nicely, and tucks in, tries to get the run up, but hits the sausage. The old red sausage.
It's taking a clobbering.
What do we call it, the Kransky? Might call it the Kransky.
Let's do it. Alright, I might just jump on board with Stefko then as he's coming up to the final quarter here.
Yep. Oh, there's just been the Eels just had a big moment out of the Captain's Kink. There's 2 cars around.
Okay.
Spoke. Yes. I think there was at one point he was side by side with one of the Dam drivers. I caught the end of it.
We'll see if we
Not
can
sure
get
how
to a
Spoke
replay
was.
here.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Spoke was involved in that.
So Slippery Eel is up the inside. And they both just go wide. Eel and Spoke go wide. And then,
So it's kind of like tandem crashing, was it?
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
But I said it
let's,
earlier. You know, Con and Almonds, although they had those big mistakes with 2-3 laps to go, anything can happen, and they picked up a few spots there.
Yeah, Con's lost his pole, is in 8th. Almonds comes back for 9th. Eel for 10th. Spoke for 11th.
So Stefko's put down the benchmark for this race. So congratulations, Stefko and TDR. I'm sure your boss is happy at the mountain. So we go through the results there. Team Dodgy Racing, Stefko first, ex-TDR driver, Brutal with Fangit in second, and Troy third. And Stefko, yes, maintaining that 27.8 fastest lap. So his fastest lap was 0.7 quicker than anyone else. So the dominance of Stefko in Div 2 is showing this season.
Yeah, definitely. Well, while they're resetting the lobby, we might take this opportunity to go to the. No, I'm not sure about the sponsor. I don't think I've got that queued up. We might just let them set the lobby and see if anyone's jumping out on track.
It's alright. One job. Well, because we don't have the ads, I'll
Con's wheel has
give it a
come
shill.
loose, so that's where that was.
My wheel came loose. Yeah. Well, at least it wasn't your marbles. You maintained them, and you came back strongly for at the end there. So yeah, for those watching at home, or wherever you are, maybe at the mountain, bit jealous, couldn't get there this year. Give the stream a like, and yeah, congratulations to those podium sitters and the rest of the guys in Div 2. Definitely put on a bit of a show that race. It was definitely eventful. So I'll give the guys a probably 2-minute warning. So Steph goes changing the settings. But yeah, so what do you reckon is going to happen here, Dale? We've got 26 laps. It definitely, there was numerous strategies in Div 1 play out. You got people that did a one stop. There is no mandatory tyre, so it purely is drive what you think is fastest.
Yeah, whatever you think's fastest. Well. Yeah, whatever you think is fastest, and whatever you're more comfortable on. So I think a majority will do the one stop, depending on how your tyre wear is. Some people may try to do soft and split it down the middle. I think a majority will be doing a medium soft split, and then maybe 1 or 2 people doing all hards with no stop. But not too sure whether that will play out or not.
Yeah, so to summarise, yeah, no stop on hards, otherwise you're splitting your medium and softs, or maybe even a softs. So this race conditions is in the evening. It does finish not quite under lights, it doesn't get dark, but temperature definitely does drop away, which allows your tyres to stay in a little bit better operating temperature. But I know for myself, even running the mediums and the softs, you know, kind of by the time you're pitting, in the middle there somewhere, depending which way you go, it's you're almost down to no front right on both of those. So it's just a matter of how you want to split it.
Yeah, I mean, if you can stay out of trouble and you know you're confident on the hards that you can run 29s, 30s pretty much the whole race, yeah, you might pick up a few spots instead of trying to battle people, because as we said, it's a hard track to pass. You could snare a few spots, but it is difficult, very difficult to make that play out.
Yeah, we're looking at if you rev this car out as well, you will need to fuel save a little bit. If you're not driving it at 100%, then you'll be fine for fuel there. So yeah, you shouldn't see anyone putting fuel into the tank. Just waiting on Stefko to
We've
set the grid.
Our disconnected driver's come back, I think, for race 2, so we're just got to make sure he's been put to last on the grid as well.
I'll put that in the chat.
But yeah, it's looking like majority are on mediums, handful are on softs.
He's got hoses in third.
Oh, is it? Was he the one that disconnected, or was it? Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, Hodes had the
Yeah.
DNF, so Spoke, Eel. Yeah, well, I'll just give you a run through. So yeah, you got starting on first position. Lovely pole there, Spoke. Good lap. And Slippery Eel, Almonds, Con, Bozza, Viper, Palmer, Wrestler, Troy, Brutal, and Stefko, and then Hodes because he had the disconnect. He's yeah, has to start from the rear of the grid. So we'll get him kicked off. Hopefully Hodes doesn't have any issues. We always want to see 12 people finish. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what tyre compounds people are in. We'll have a look probably after a lap or two to see who's on what.
Well, Stefko's going to be on hards, and it looks like Hodes is going to be starting from the back on softs.
See, I'm not sure. Yeah, so like Stefko's got outright pace by a good half a second on the rest of the field or so. So, you know, if there's one person to do the hards, then that's probably him.
All right, who are we going to jump on board with?
I reckon go with Viper, P6.
Let's do it.
So they're being held. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go. So everyone looks like they've got off the line, alright. No jump starts. And let's see how this plays out. So Viper's just tucking in there. Nice early shift. Yep, he showed a nice caution. The Eels bounced around a bit, which has caused a bit of a issue there, but everyone looks through okay. Stefko on the inside of Brutal there. So he's made up that position there.
Oh no.
And then Hodes follows through.
There has been carnage.
Yeah, there's 4 or 5 wide here. I don't know what's going on up here.
Something happened with Almonds, and then he's checked everybody up behind him. So once this pack settles down a little bit, I might flick to a replay and see if... Oh,
Brutal's
no.
absolutely sent it.
Troy, yeah, and I don't know if that's caused Troy to then contact Wrestler, who's now off, but...
I'm not sure. Brutal's just went from 10th or 11th to 7th.
Yeah, and it looks like there was a bit of contact between Troy and Wrestler after that, but we might go to the replay on Almonds and see kind of what's happened here.
I think with that contact too, it actually opened up the hole for Brutal to dive into.
So Almonds has spun it at turn 2, and then yeah, it's just the pack's got nowhere to go, sending it 4 wide into turn 3.
So I'm looking at Con here is behind the Eel, and he's given him 1 or 2 bumps, and he's bumped him off at the last corner there, and he's redressing nicely. But Almonds is looking to take advantage of all that.
Wrestler and
Wrestler
and Troy. It might have actually been Wrestler maybe squeezing Troy a little bit on the outside. So it's a bit unfortunate. Okay. Sorry, we're back. We're back to live footage. Oh no, there's a TDR car. All out of shape.
So that I missed. I'm not sure if I was just out in my own world, but Wrestler down in 12th now, 10 seconds off.
Yeah, so coming up to the left-hander before Captain's Kink, he had Troy with a bit of an overlap on the outside, and I think Wrestler just tried to take the racing line and a slight bit of contact. Basically, he's turned right in the fence instead of turning left where the track goes, so yeah, a bit unfortunate there.
They don't like to pull out, do they? In Div 2 apparently tonight. Words of Stefko, he said Laguna Seca likes to bring out the best and worst of everyone. Just jumped on board with Spoke, and he has got a 0.5 second penalty, so he's got a gap to Con there of 1.6 seconds. So that should be fine there, he should have that gap covered. So the penalty zone, burn zone here for Gran Turismo is on the pitch straight, just after you're getting on the throttle, so it only kind of just delays you getting on the throttle. It's a half second penalty, you probably lose 1 to 1.5 seconds overall. But Spoke's just had that, and he's yeah, so now Con's right up back behind him, and he would have seen the purple go up for which Troy's now got, but Con did have it for a second. He would have been like, oh god, here we go. But Spoke is on the mediums, so realistically he's in the best spot in this race, bar, you know, depending on how Stefko goes with the hards, because I believe he's the only one on hards. But if Spoke can keep these guys on the softs behind him, then he's just gonna be laughing towards this end of the race, I think. You got Troy and yeah, Armin's trying to leave his nose in there at the kink. That's lucky none of them two didn't end up both in the fence. Which has checked everyone else up behind. I'm not sure if Brutal's got a brake issue. He's just before, I'm not sure if he was doing indications to maybe Hodes being a bit behind him or whatnot. And Viper with the massive dive takes out his own teammate.
Oh no.
Redressing.
Yeah, redressing up the inside there. Stefko's going to get the run on them though.
Yeah, well, see, all this time Stefko's like, he's on the hards, he's in ninth. May not look that great on paper, but all these guys ahead of him should be pulling away.
He's only 8 seconds behind the leader at this point.
So if they're not pulling away from him, like if he can just even just stay with them, that's the big pro. Because you probably get what, lap 11, 12 for the guys on the softs, lap 14, 15.
Sorry about that technical difficulty there. I just had to change a bit of a setting and we're back. Sorry, boys.
It's alright, don't give the stream a dislike, make sure you give it a like, give it a big thumbs up. It's free, it doesn't cost you to press the like button, it does promote the league, it does get the video out there more in the YouTube world, so make sure you give it a like. Alright, we got, so Spoke still at a 1.2 second lead. So he's just increased that gap ever so slightly on Con. Eel is about 0.8 of a second back from Con. And then Troy about another 0.7 or so back. But Troy's doing a 28.8 purple lap, so he's got Eel in his radar. Further back there you got Palmer and Hodes as a little battle between, and then you got the battle of Almonds, Brutal. Yeah, well, it's basically the rest of the field bar Wrestler. So small train is turning into a longer train this time. Almonds is went wide again, went to defend. Brutals went to put his nose on the outside and got a little bit of a tap from Almonds. But yeah, definitely action in Div 2 tonight.
Yeah, looks like Palmer's made a move up when Hode's up ahead.
Howdy to Zoo and Apex in the chat as well.
Almonds and Brutal side by side again, coming up into the corkscrew. Brutal around the outside. Oh, not sure if that's cut the corner just enough to warrant a penalty, but Steph goes like, thank you very much. I'll take 8th off you.
Yeah, there's definitely no love lost at the back of from the middle pack all the way back. It's yeah.
Oh no, Vipers. Oh, shows the nose on Brutal. Get his yellow
Get a
flag
yellow
here.
flag. Troy around. So what was he? He was up near Eel, so he's lost a lot of time.
Yeah, I'm going to jump on board on a replay and see what's kind of going on there. So yeah, he's coming off the final corner. He's not really making a move on Eel. Down to first, takes the corner quite nicely and just, yeah, I rotated too early on the power and straight into the fence. Very easy to do. So Stefko, he's up into 7th now. He's got the 2 Fangit drivers right on his tail. He's on hards. He's only 10.5 seconds behind the leader, and it is a 30-second pit stop. So if those leaders are on softs, they will be coming in probably then at the end of lap 10. Maybe end of lap 12, depending on how the tyre wear is for them.
Well, you hope that, say, Brutal, he goes, alright, Stefko, as we see a Drive 25 driver, Palmer, has gone off at the kink. And, oh, I thought he was going to come side there and wipe the Fangit drivers out. But he's managed to not hit anyone, which is well controlled, I suppose, at the end of the day.
Yeah, good save.
But, you know, you hop in Brutal shoes here, you go, Stefko was easily quicker by half a second or so on the mediums in the race before. If I'm keeping with him, surely he must be on a different tyre compound, so...
Oh no, what's happened?
And...
Vipers.
That's a common theme happening here. Viper in that last corner. Yeah, Stefko gives him the flash of the hazards to go. What the hell? Because that... Like, Stefko doesn't want to be involved in any incidents. Viper just...
Nearly.
Viper needs to pull it back here. It's all good running nice and deep and putting pressure on, but you don't want to ruin other people's races. And yeah, Stefko, I don't know how he didn't get turned around on that last corner, so...
Oh, he's a bit wide here though. 2 tyres in the dirt. Vipers will have the run and the easy pass. Brutal
yeah,
may...
and I believe if, like... Stefko being the hard racer, you know, he's... probably not enjoying that from Viper. It might be in the back of his mind there, so... But so easy to do. But, yeah.
It's alright, he's
Head down.
survived it. He's got Brutal behind him now. The Steffi will be trying to keep up with Viper's Fang now and kind of see where everything plays out. Brutal, shows the nose into the...
Boz is just having to defend from Troy into the corkscrew as well, whilst maintaining he's on his PB at the moment for his lap. So the battle's coming up behind. So what you look at, Steph goes 12-13 seconds off the lead. Pit stop here is roughly what, 35 seconds or so actual loss.
Yeah.
So he's still in good position. He just needs to hope that one Brutal stays behind. But if he does get past, it's not the end of the day either. So
Oh, this Bozza Troy action. Bozza goes a bit deep, keeps Troy behind him, gets very, very close. But look, something's happening up here. Vipers and Almonds. Vipers is Vipers on softs. I've got to ask that. He's looking very racy.
there's racy and then there's aggressive.
Yeah. is he on softs though, or is he also on the
Yeah,
mediums?
he's showing softs on my screen, so I'm not sure what yours shows, but
Oh yeah, I haven't got it displayed.
but Almond's on mediums. Yeah, Steph going hards. Yeah, Brutal mediums. Troy, Bozza. Yeah, the rest of the rear are all on mediums. But TDR are splitting their strategy. It's just clicked on me here. You got Spoke that's out in the lead, starting near the front of the grid there. He's on mediums. He's got a 0.8 second to con, so they're, you know, trading times by 0.1, 0.2 of a second each way. But Spoke's in prime position there because he's on the mediums, whilst Con is on the softs. So Spoke's driving really well here for Spoke, but I'm just not sure. I know if I go flat out, I don't get 26 laps. around here. So yeah, Spoke being in auto, I'm not sure if you get 26.
He could be cutting it fine. He
I
may
know
just
he
need a bit of a
is.
splash, yeah?
Yeah, I know he's not as quick as some of the Div 1 drivers, which may help him there, but yeah, like this car suits Spoke, and it's good to see him up the front. I think he's had a few battles this season already, and yeah, it's good to see him up there. And Con, yeah, filling in again, doing a great job there as well. The next one on mediums is Slippery Eel. And for the good of the rest of the other cars in the lobby, he's by himself at the moment, so he's not causing issues to anyone. And then you got Hodes, that's had a questionable start to the season. I know he's not happy with himself with some of the mistakes he's made, but he's trying to learn, and he's one of our Div 3 promoted drivers. So he's on softs there, cutting his way through the field. He's probably got, yeah, I'd say 2 laps left of tyres.
He holds fastest lap right now, and he was purple by about 3/10 at sector 2 as well. So we'll see if this can tumble down a bit further. Yeah, 28.3 takes 3/10 out of it. Nice job. And then, so Gon's just actually made it past Broken Spoke there at T1. Spoke's a bit wide on the exit. So yeah, Con will just kind of blaze away now for the next lap or two before he has to come in.
Yeah, this the action just is not stopping from 6th down to 10th, I reckon. Even 11th. It just hasn't stopped the whole time. Like Wrestle was 12 seconds behind, I think, and he's caught up about 7 seconds on those guys. So he's just got to slowly chip away.
Stefco wide again allows Brutal to make the move.
Yeah, but again, it's not the
It's not the
be
end of the
all and
world.
end all there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's only lost a second in the last since I mentioned it last time 2 laps ago.
Yeah.
To the leaders there, and Almonds has come off. Can he keep the car under control? Yep, nicely done there, Almonds. Not for the crashing part, but yeah, it's definitely easy when you go off there on Captain's Kink in the sand to lose complete control of the car and come across and wipe out any cars that are coming through. So,
Oh, for sure.
but now he's got Palmer all over the back of him. So Palmer mediums, Almonds on mediums.
Oh, he's gone for it. There's,
Yeah, nice battle. We'll stay on board here.
yeah, the tyres take a little while to clean up, especially around here. So, yeah, Almonds is still got to be feeling it right now. They'll
Yeah,
probably
the
only start to
over
clean
and
up the T1. Yeah, nice move,
So
Palmer.
nice. Yeah, nice move, Palmer.
Almonds is not done yet, though. He's showing the nose a bit too far back.
As I said then, there's no love lost here in Div 2 tonight.
Troy's made it past Stefco as well. Opens the door for Bozza to try and make an attacking move as well. But yeah, Troy's...
I think when they learn that Stefco is on hards here, they're going to be going, oh.
I'm in danger. So I think Troy's redressed there, so I don't know if there might have been a bit of contact for him to get the move done in the first place.
Yeah, Stefco just flashed his hazards as well, maybe as a little thank you there. So again, nice sportsmanship from those two if that was the scenario. So we're not quite at the halfway point here, but we're looking at any of the soft runners could pit from now on. And as I had said that, I hopped on with Con, who's in first, so he's jumped Spoke, but he just went nice and deep into the last corner. So he's literally on a bit of paper thickness worth of tyre there on the front right, so he's 1 or 2% left.
And you got Eel closing in as well.
Yeah, we're on lap 12 now, and Con's at about 60% fuel. Spoke's got a little bit more actually, which is surprising, being Spoke's in auto. Still don't know how he goes so quick, Spoke. And Slippery Eels now join that queue, so the gaps that were 1.5 seconds each way there is now coming right down. So Spoke's mediums are probably 1 lap as well left of tread. But now we've got Con with zero tyre left on his front right. So I think Con will be in this lap. He just needs to keep it nice and pull it up into the corkscrew, keep it straight and narrow for the rest of this lap. And that'll be pitting at the end of lap 12, so that'll give him 14 laps on the mediums. You got Spoke that's got 5% on his front right, if that. And Slippery Eel's got the best of the tyre situation.
Con's going around again. Con needs to make it to the halfway mark by the sound of it.
Yeah, that's questionable.
Hodes is in, so he's the first person to pit. Vipers follows him.
Yeah, well look at that, so Con a 131.0. Your medium time's surely quicker than that. And you got cooler temps with a lesser fuel load, so if you can do 12 on softs, then your 14s on mediums would be a no-brainer to make. So the tyres will make that distance, no issues there. But yeah, he'll keep this battle up. Maybe he thinks he's on the same tyres as Spoke. You never know.
Yeah, quite
And
possibly.
Slippery Eel's just got a nice nice show ahead of him. Yeah. The battle goes on for first here. Spoke trying to go around the outside. And they get through there
Slots it
nicely.
back
Spoke's
in.
got the run. Does he have enough of an overlap to give the position?
No,
yeah,
he
nice
lifts.
Spoke. He just lifts nicely. Lives to fight another day. Nice racing IQ there. Yeah, unless you're right up the inside, it's kind of a no-win battle there. You're either going to take both of each other out, or you're both going to get through. So let's see if they go in this lap. Con's in. Spoke. I thought he was going to follow there for a sec. Not sure it was a bit of lag or not, but he's going around again.
So that'll promote Stefko up into 4th spot after Con's pit.
So Cons will have roughly 5 or 6% left fuel at the end on his current fuel figures as we start lap 14 here. So just past the halfway point.
This isn't helping
tyres are
Stefko
gone.
right now. Stefko's gained, so they did a 32.8 for Regensburg last lap. So Stefko gained 2.6 seconds alone in that one lap. So they're going to be about 20 odd seconds behind Stefko when they come out of the pits. Bozza though, no, he hasn't pitted. That's Hodes that's pitted. Hey, so Bozza's right behind Stefko right now. So yeah, he'll be about another 30 seconds behind him coming out there too. So cycling
I
through.
think this is the
restaurants.
first part of the race where drivers are actually, it's calmed down and it's a bit more of a get your flow going,
Yeah.
put in some good solid consistent numbers and then do your pit stop and then see if you pop out and then see how much you push from there or how little you push depending on how you're going.
So in 9th and 10th, Hodes has actually got the undercut done on Con. So he's come out in 9th, Con's in 10th.
Hodes was
He was up
a
in
good
4th,
few
I think.
seconds back, wasn't he?
Yeah, but those last couple laps from Con on the one tyres really hurt him, I think. So I'm just not sure if Hodes has done softs or if he's back on the mediums, and if Con's on softs, could be in a bit of trouble here as the stint wears on.
Yeah, so the massive undercut, but also track position is key here. Yeah, we've seen people get their shoulders out, but track position, it's hard to follow, hard to pass, as we see everyone else in at the moment. So Spoke, no fuel. Brutal's going. Yep, no fuel on the softs. So
Yeah.
Spoke and Brutal on the softs.
So Hodes has jumped them all.
Yep.
He's now just waiting
Palmer
for Eel
onto
and Bozza.
softs again. No fuel, and Wrestler mediums on the softs. Almonds, I'm assuming mediums to soft as well.
Yeah, that's what I'd expect
Almonds
as
medium
well.
to mediums. I don't think he was on the softs unless my
Now he may have a bit of tyre wear issues getting
like
the
it's
softs to
not a
last long enough.
not a bad decision. He might be just playing a bit safer. He has a
So-
nice tail slapper there on turn 2, getting those tyres up to temperature.
So,
So that's the thing with the mediums, they take that, you know, a lap or 2 to warm up as well. Not quite as bad as the hards though. And we've got the 2 guys in the front in now, so Slippery Eel and Bozza in. So that leaves Stefko with first place here. So we'll see what the gap is once it all settles down, and see if these guys on the softer compounds and Stefko can, you know, wheel him in.
yes, 17 seconds back to Hode. So Stefko's doing low 30s at the moment quite comfortably. So with 11 laps to go, these guys definitely need to be doing 29s at best.
Yeah.
Sorry, at worst,
like-
sorry.
I was going to say 28s every lap. So 2 seconds a lap over 10, 11 laps, 20 seconds, you know, quick maths.
Yeah.
Should wheel that in. But if you get to that last lap or 2 and you've got no tyres left on your soft, so it's a matter of making, do you go out in your first lap or 2 on your softs, you're just a little bit gentle on them so they last, or do you go all guns blazing and just try and chase down that figure? But then again, this track, you know, one tyre wide and you lose 4 or 5 seconds because dirty tyres, and yeah, as I said, it hoses right next to the edge of the track.
Use it all up. Open the steering up a little bit, gentle on the tyres. If you're confident, do it. So yeah, he's already down to 16 behind Stefko now, so he is reeling it in a little bit. And I think this is the section coming down where you'll gain a little bit more as well.
Yeah, I know when I went a bit too
He's
too
a
hot
bit
initially,
wide.
which almost cost me in the end. But so if Hode just does nice 28s, it's sector 3. Those longer left-handers are the ones where the times come down. So like Captain's Kink, the hards are a bit you have to definitely back right out of, and then yeah, that third last corner you can get about half a second or so even just there on the hard runners. Turn 1 as well, double apex, you can see it coming through. So
Yes,
what's
he's
it?
gaining
Down to
about 2 or 3
15.5. So what was it? 18, roughly about 18 on the dot, wasn't it? So we'll keep an eye on it.
It was 15.7 at the start of this lap. So down to 15.2s now. Spokes getting a little bit wild in the background there. Slippery Eels now going to try to close the door. He's only 3 seconds back. We've got Brutal a further 2.3. So it's a bit of a spread out field. Now Troy's in 7th. Viper's 2 behind him. He's got Bozza hot on his
Yeah, we've
heels
had
now.
25 laps of racing and it's finally calmed down. So I hope the guys and girls watching at home, it's been entertaining. Apologies we don't have another commentator, so you have to listen to the dulcet tones of Seckers and Dale.
Yeah, for me it's a voice for silent movies, I think. So yeah, Bozza gets the job done on Viper's fading into the corkscrew. So there's one more position up there. And I think next in line is Wrestler trying to reel him in 2.5 behind. So Wrestler's actually hit the purple, 27.7. That's a cracking lap.
Yeah. So the problem for Wrestler though is everyone ahead of him's on the softs as well, basically, except Troy.
So,
So it's all on outright pace now, and who can make the tyres last. Yes, great work to get back into at least a position where he was with the crowd, because at that one point where he was 12 seconds behind everyone. So
oh yeah.
great work, Wrestler.
So Hodes is now 13 seconds flat behind Stefko, 12.7. Yeah, that left-hander before Captain's Kink, another 4/10 through that corner. He's
Yeah, and watch it,
definitely
like I
driving
said,
to that
with that
target.
third last corner there too. Is watch that gap come down. You got Almonds with a 1 second penalty, so he must be copying me. I got a couple of penalties tonight. Very easy to do on this track.
Yeah,
So
corkscrew.
Con's keeping Hodes honest though.
Is-
Like Con's sticking with Hodes again.
What-
Con Div 3 driver.
What tires is he on though? Is this a soft versus medium
So
battle
Con's
though?
on softs. Hodes is on soft as well.
Oh,
So they're,
hose is on softs too. Okay.
and Con's got 5% all round better tyre wear. So
Those extra couple laps. So it was the undercut for Hoots to get him in the spot, but it is a big gamble doing the undercut on softs. So yeah, it's early reward versus the last few laps may.
the only
Maybe
thing
I'm
I'd say
interested.
here is you got the softs depleting, but also Stefko on his hards. They're not as good as what I thought they would be, but that's probably due to all the battling that he had to, withstand the barrage of guys on softer tyres, and
Yes.
because his front right's down to 25% right now, and you still got 7 laps, 8 laps, or 7.5 laps to go. So he may get down to 0 tread. And I think 0 tread on softs is going to be a bit better than 0 tread on hards. Yeah, you can see how cautious he's being through even the corkscrew then.
Okay. Yeah, we're just rewarded
think the-
so yeah.
I'm going to call it early here. If Con keeps it straight, I'm thinking Con might have a good battle with Hodes then if they catch Stefko at the end. Might come down to like a last lap battle between the three of them. But Con's in a very nice position here in terms of tyre wear. And just holding Hodes, 1 second off.
Yeah, let
He's
Hoods do the
actually
work.
catching
Just
Hodes.
try. Definitely look. I think that's what I'd do there too. Just let Hoods do the work. You see the gaps closing to Stefko and just kind of try keep up with him and stick with it. Leave it to the end. No need to battle now.
Yes, that's one of those things. What do you keep Hodes like? Do you keep, if you know you've got pace on him and you're not pushing it 100%, do you just leave it that gap about 0.9 so Hode doesn't feel under pressure? Drag each other towards Stefko, and then once you get Stefko, then fight.
I think that's the way. I mean, if you get a little bit closer and just say it's coming out of the final corner down the front straight, just do a bump draft to kind of send the message, hey, I'm going to stick here to just reassure them. The goal is let's get Stefko. We can sort ourselves out once we get past him.
Yeah, just having a quick look through the rest of the field, and Wrestler's gone onto the back of Viper now. So it's about 0.6 of a second here. Viper, missing his apex there. So they're coming up to the kink. So I think this is the next little battle here. We've seen Viper be aggressive so far in this race. So not sure. Wrestler's got outright pace, but I don't think Viper's going to make it easy for him at all.
No, definitely not. So it's going to be interesting. Another lap, so he'll probably get right on the back. Maybe in a spot to challenge.
Well, do we hop on board? Maybe Wrestler.
We are, yeah. We're on board with
Has
Wrestler
that
now.
lovely sunset there too in the background.
Oh,
and
and
there's
that's
a drive
it.
25.
Troy's
Troy.
fine ahead, so Oz has moved up to 7th now. Vipers to
This
8th
is
and Wrestler to 9.
The fatigue coming in for Troy maybe. It is really hard. Give credit where credit's due for anyone that backs up and does basically 3 hours straight of racing. You're getting to right towards the end of it.
Yeah, especially this track in this car.
Yeah, but I reckon we stay on board with Wrestler here. And maybe...
Both go a bit wide there, not too sure. He's got the run, but he's on the wrong side, so he's going to have to back off into this right-hander. But now Vipers takes the racing line, so not really
late
such track
apex,
opportunity.
keep your flow going. He's got the run.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
up-
you've got the
yeah.
position. Don't cut his nose off. Yeah, that's alright. No, don't go too wide.
Can we see it in the mirror? We can't.
So they're both, so they're both on soft tyres, so it's an equal battle here. So Wrestler's got that move done, so he's hoping to, does the little down to up gear shift change.
You've taught them
Good
well.
learning. Doesn't work all the time.
So yeah, let's see if we can
Yeah,
gain
so
on
he's
the
driving
buzzer
nice
here.
and smooth, and he's put that 0.7 already on Viper there. So good move, Wrestler. We'll jump off you and let you stay nice and consistent there. So Boz is his next target, 3.5 seconds up the road. So not sure if he'll make that. But then teammates as well. So 7th and 8th is better than what some of these boys have
Oh,
been
we've missed
getting
something
lately.
total. Stefko's had an off. He's done a 139 the last lap and he is in third.
Oh, so that's what I was saying before. It's so easy to make a mistake as well around here. But his front right's down to 10%. So I reckon that battling earlier has really hurt his tyres. I'm not sure what, say, a few of the guys ran TDR, guys ran hards. I'm not sure what their tyre wear was like towards the end of the race. But I wonder if it was a tyre wear issue or, yeah, you never know.
You never know, but his next problem
that's
is on the
unfortunate
spoke.
because he's definitely was in for a win there. I was looking forward to maybe the last lap or two of maybe 3 cars, the softer compounds coming down.
Oh no!
And Spoke and the eel. Oh.
Spoke gets a little wide, slippery eel is there. I might
It's
just
all
jump
happening
to
here for TDR.
Let's jump on a replay of that. So
Yeah, let me know what happened.
we're
Oh,
on board with Eel at the moment. He has got the run coming up to the corkscrew. Again, he is a bit laggy. Shows the outside, backs off, but Spoke's gone a bit deep. And
Yeah,
there's
so he
just
hasn't
lag
accounted-
everywhere. There's
Hasn't
lag
accounted for
everywhere.
Spoke going deep. Yeah.
Not sure if yeah, it's so hard to see what the contact was and whether Spoke was already losing it without him or not. But I mean, there goes Stefko's buffer. Slippery Eel is going to range on the back of Stefko without having Stefko's teammate in the way. So it's going to be interesting to see if Spoke was going to play re-gunner or what.
For those in chat, the few there, give the stream a like. I know no one listened to me the last few times. Don't promote the league then. But yeah, you put your bets on who's going to take out the win here. You got Hodes and Con. So Dam Racing versus Drive 25, a Div 3 driver versus a newly promoted Div 3 driver.
Lap 23. Sorry, just calling it out. I've just realised the overlay is a little high in the positioning, so we are on lap 23 for everyone watching. Although I think you can see that on the right hand side anyway. So
Yeah, so at the completion of this, we've got 3 laps to go. Hodes with the slightly worse tyre wear, so if they go off, I think Con may have if nothing happens over the next lap or two, Con's going to have an all-out attack, I think, for this last lap. Not that I want him to, because both damn people in the commentary box here today. But Hodes has been down in the dumps as well, so, you know, it'd be nice to see him have a nice result tonight.
Oh, definitely. Either way, podium's on the cards here. Slippery Eel, 1.1 behind Stefko, though. 3 laps to go. Let's see how wide TDR 86 becomes in this next lap or so. Because if these guys start to battle, it's not inconceivable that Brutal 4 seconds back could potentially make the final lap a little bit interesting as well.
Yeah, the Eel come up to Stefko, yeah. So is he going to make it here? Yeah, like you just Knuckles mentioned, you don't want the lag to play effect here in chat. So again, it's that he's been warned. We did warn him; he was bouncing around a bit, but I'm not sure what he sees on his screen. So
yeah, I mean, Broken Spoke was already pretty wide. Yeah, Spoke was already pretty wide. As it was hard to tell initially.
No, but I'm
really
saying he.
Oh
so
yeah,
he's
yeah,
behind
Stefko.
and the last thing you want to see is so Stefko's got 10% on his. Oh no, wrong person, wrong way. Stefko's almost on dead tyres.
Oh man, I wouldn't want to be in his shoes right now.
Yeah, it's a losing battle. You'd rather play the safe game, I think, here.
Oh, that got very close.
Yeah, it's a. If I was Stefko, I wouldn't be one of the losers. Like you, probably going to lose one position. You don't want to lose 3 or 4, but you hold each other up.
Is he going to break early and try the switchback?
Not on hards. Yeah. If he allows him to stay there or thereabouts on hards, yeah. Don't know if there's a bit of lag contact there. See, that's the opposite of it too. Like you got Stefko doing absolutely nothing wrong there, but Eel's lag is bouncing him back into Stefko. So, but now you got
2 seconds back.
that battling. Like I said, that battling has cost Brutal. There's literally rolling in that gap. Yeah, hi to Baker in the chat as well. Disregarding the question, I don't know how you're sober enough to type correctly at this point in time. Up at the top of the mountain. Again, I hope everyone's having a great time up there. And I think we will go back to the battle for first at the moment.
Yep.
So about to come on to the last lap, 0.6 of a second. So this is where Hodes has got 5% on his front right, I reckon. Con about 10 to 15%. So you might be playing with your brake bias, might be going a little bit more to the rear for Hodes if I was him. Get a little bit more rotation. Taking a bit of load off those front brakes. As you can see, he's going a little bit deep. But then you're also increasing your braking distances by going further to the rear for brake with the brake bias. So let's see if you can hold on here.
Yeah,
But I'm going to put my vote here anyway is Con, driver of the day for this one.
Yeah, he's kept it tidy, kept it consistent.
So I'm sure these two battled even in Div 3 last season, and for Con to even be near Hodes, he'd be taking great comfort in that, and a lot of confidence I reckon as well, to take back to Div 3 next week.
Oh, definitely. I got into a rare practice lobby on Friday, I think, for the first time. It was either Friday or yesterday. I actually saw Con in a practice lobby too for the first time in a couple of years. Oh yeah. So, I mean, if we're seeing Con of old come back in terms of getting a lot more seat time, man, he's going to be danger for anyone, Div 2, Div 3, no matter what.
So, and Hodes in VR as well. I reckon this corkscrew would be very nice in VR.
Oh, it is.
Might create the motion sickness. But he's holding on here. This will be the one point where Con, if he's got the tyres, might be able to throw down the inside. He's shown the nose, but not quite there. Hodes has stayed composed. And now it's just all about getting that braking marker for the last corner. Oh, he's got on the throttle early.
Con got the run.
I think it was too early.
Just nowhere to go.
Great racing for those two at the front there.
Yeah.
And we've got Slippery Eel coming in third with a 5-second back to Brutal. And so Brutal's got past Stefko there. So just, that was 18 seconds Stefko had on Hodes. And he's finished 14 seconds back. Well, yes, he had that issue, I think. But yeah, I think that battling cost Stefko in the start there. So that's maybe what could have been for Stefko. But great driving anyway on the hards. Followed by Bozza, Wrestler, Viper, Broken Spoke, Troy, Palmer, and we've got Armin's coming across the finish line. I think he's glad he chose the mediums again, because that right in front's basically dead as well. So yeah, there we have it.
Nice finish.
Div 2 at Laguna Seca. Definitely plenty of action there. Might be some steward investigations, you never know.
Yeah, we'll see how the guys feel about it at the end of it. But no, great racing from the boys tonight. Great show, great performance, tough round. So yeah, it's good to get that one out of the way and on to round 5 next week.
So do you remember what we've got for next week there, Dale? For those viewing at home?
That's a great question. Yeah, very important
I've got
question.
it here for you.
Dragon Trail Gardens, Group 3.
Yeah, so a 2-race round there. The Weather God will release their data. Not their data. Lost for words here. Too much battling going on in race 2.
Is there rain?
But their announcement will come out on Monday. I think there is rain at that track. Who knows? But going back to my heritage of Croatia, I think so. I'm going home.
Yeah. Go home for the win. That's it.
All right. Well, congrats to the podium. Congrats to Div 2 there. Any final words, Dale?
Thanks for joining us tonight, guys, and we'll see you all next week. Hopefully we can bring you 2 streams next week. Now that Bath's 12 hours over, and yeah, enjoy the week, boys. Thanks for jumping in, Seckers.
No worries.
Let's go to this outro.